Today's video, I'm going to show you how to create an offer letter template with data from your Dynamics 365 F&O Human Resources Payroll module. The trigger of my flow will start by asking you for an employee ID, and this is just for demo purposes. You can add a different trigger later on. Then using that employee ID, I am going to get the data from Dynamics 365. I'm going to use the worker entity. I'm going to pass the employee ID to the personal number by using the filter query. And then by using the select query, I'm going to select the fields that I'm going to need for my offer letter, such as last name, first name, address, and so forth. The next few steps, I am going to initialize variables that are going to store the data that I'm pulling from Dynamics 365. So I create a variable for each field that I'm going to need, first name, address. By the way, all of these are of the string data type, except for the pay rate, which we will see later on. After I have all my variables, the next step is for me to get the data from Dynamics 365. The data from Dynamics D365, it's going to come in a JSON file. So I'm going to use the parse JSON function within Power Automate in order to split that data into fields that I can use. I will put more details later in the blog below to show you how to achieve this step. Once I split the JSON file, then I'm going to set the variables with each of the fields, such as last name, first name, and so forth. So I'm going to do this for every single field that I'm pulling from Dynamics 365. Then I'm going to get the pay details. Since the pay details are coming from a different data entity, it's coming actually from the compensation data entity. Then I will do the same thing. I will pull it from Dynamics 365. I'm going to use the filter query, pass the same employee ID, and then I'm going to select the pay rate, which is the field that I need. I'm also filtering the data by the expiration date of this date in particular, and the reason why I'm doing this is so I can get the latest pay rate that was included in the data. I'm going to do the same steps as I did before. I will create a variable, and then I will pass that variable from Dynamics 365. What I'm doing here with the format number is I'm taking the number that comes out of Dynamics, which is unformatted, and then I'm going to format it with the US dollar values. And I'm using a function within Power Automate to make this happen. The next steps are where the magic happens. I am going to populate the Microsoft Word template, which I will share with you guys in the details below. But basically, I already have a template that's taking the variables that I'm pulling from Dynamics 365. So you will see that I'm doing the first name, the address, the pay rate. Everything that I pull from the system is being populated into this Word document template. The next step is to create a new file based on that template. So I'm using the create file function in order to create the new file. Once the file has been created, that's going to be a Word file. So what I did in here is added a delay. The reason why I did this is I want for the Word file to be available out in the folder before I go ahead and convert that Word file into a PDF. For that, I'm using the convert file function within Power Automate to convert the Word file into a PDF format. What I'm going to show you guys next is show you guys when I ran it before as a test. I'll show you guys that every single step worked. So you guys will see that everything is being pulled over. You guys are seeing how the Word file is being populated with everything that I pulled from Dynamics 365. Then a new file is being created. The Word file is being created in this folder that I chose, the offer letter, and then it's being converted into a PDF with all the data that's being passed. In the details below, I will show you guys more details about how this is done and what the end product looks like. Thank you, and talk to you guys later.